Welcome back, nail queens. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to use nail striping tape over dip powder to ensure that the sides don't lift so that it sticks well and you have no problems using it over your mani. I'm going to go over some of the supplies you're going to need for this. Obviously you're going to need your striping tape, but everything else that I go over you most likely already have in your nail arsenal. So I'm going to be using this dip powder here today. And you're also going to need a clear dip powder, which I highly recommend for encapsulating. Some sort of nail duster brush, the stiffer the better. Your dip liquids, for this video we're going to be using base and activator only. Obviously use your top coat of choice. And some extra tools are some tweezers and small scissors. I highly recommend having these on hand. And optional but recommended is rubbing alcohol to remove any activator. To get started, I'm going to pick out the striping tape that I want to use over this dip powder. I think I got this set off of Amazon, so I'm going to link everything that I use here today in the description box below in case you want to go check it out. But there are so many options for striping tape. So I end up actually picking a silver one just kind of to stay neutral because I didn't want something super loud and bright. And I really like silver striping tape. I feel like it goes with almost everything. So what I'm going to do is take my tweezers, which is why I recommend you have them, and peel up one end of the striping tape. It is a super skinny tape, so having tweezers really helps. Here we go. This is the actual starting point of the tutorial. So I dipped twice in Lust and I did not activate. You can choose to activate if you want. It's really optional, but I'm starting here without activator. So I'm going to take my striping tape, press it on this jar for a little bit of support, and cut off a piece so that I can place it on my nail. You will notice as you're placing the striping tape on your nail, I guess it really depends if you have a really sticky one or not, but this one is not that sticky. So it sticks well to the top, but it doesn't mold well to the sides, which can be a problem here on the sides. When you clip it off and you do your top coat process, those sides tend to stick up, and it really is obnoxious when your mani is done and the sides are sticking up. So I'm going to go ahead and trim the sides off and place the tape back on the nail because it likes to come off, and then we're going to get into the next part. Once you have placed the striping tape where you want on your nail, you're going to want to grab your base balm liquid because we're going to be using that next, and you want to have your activator handy, already unscrewed and ready because you're going to be using it very quickly after the base bond. So here on the sides, we need to get those to lay flat. So I take my base balm liquid and I'm going to dab it on either side of the tape and then also covering the top. And then this is where you pull out the activator really fast. You're going to take out your activator, unscrew it if you haven't already, and you're going to completely cover the area where you place the base bond. I know this sounds crazy, but I've learned this from Miranda's glitter tutorial. When you place activator on wet base bond, you're forcing the chemical reaction to harden happen quickly. This is so much better than waiting for your base bond to dry. So I'm taking my tweezers here and I'm pressing it down to ensure that as that chemical reaction is happening really fast, that the tape is adhering to the sides and it won't move. So you're forcing a chemical reaction to happen quickly rather than wait for the base bond to dry, and the tape usually flies up on the edges when that happens. So here you can see that the nail is completely flat. You can't even tell where the tape is because it is so flat. So the next part is optional. You can go ahead and top coat, but I like, for the extra security measure of ensuring that when I file, shape, and buff, that my nail is completely smooth surface. So I take rubbing alcohol, I completely wipe off the nail to ensure that any excess activator is off of my nail, dust it off if necessary, and then I'm going to take my base bond liquid again, apply it over the entire nail, and then dip in clear powder. Well, actually for this tutorial I pour it over, but you can choose to dip if you want to. Once that is completely dipped, all you have to do is wait for the clear powder to dry, and then you can go ahead and dust it off, activate, file, shape and buff, and top coat. That is all there is to it. I understand that there's other ways to do this. You can use gel liquid, you can go ahead and top coat with the striping tape on it. I just found this one to be the most secure, and it helps ensure that the striping tape doesn't lift off a couple days into the wear of the mani, and that there's no striping tape poking out on the sides. So if you liked this tutorial, I would appreciate it so much if you would go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment below what you liked about this video and what else you'd like me to cover, and I will see you guys in the next video.